that front. Now, today we're here to talk about many mangas. But first we got to dick around on YouTube and etc. Because I saw like 3 things on the thingy that I had to open up. So, that's just unfortunate for me. Actually playing the post game of Black and White too. Now that's crazy. I feel like this is a series of videos. What Attack on Titan like for an anime hater? That's just crazy, bro. What do you think it's like for an anime hater, chat? Personally, I don't know if I'll ever know. Wait, I do hate anime. What the fuck? I know exactly what it's like. Oh my god, there's that creep AMP for Caterpie. That was great. What was this? Oh, this is an Ava edit or something? Bro, it's crazy. This is rebuild footage. Remember those rebuilds? 10 out of 10, frankly. Oh my god, Shikinami type Oscar Langley. Bro, that seems so fucking sick, and then there's like a PlayStation controller. Oh, I thought that was going to be a beat drop, but it was just an Oscar face, and then it was over. CeeLo Build is here. Oh my god, a Radiohead song, Kyle. Oh, I don't know this Radiohead song. Which one is it? Everything in its right place? I don't know this one. Hold on. Which one's it from? Oh, it's from Kid A. Everybody loves this album too.
My Uber One membership.
I really don't know shit all about Radiohead in terms of albums. There's just like 10 songs I like, and they're all random and weird. Remember Sulk? What a song. And then I like all the popular ones. And How to Disappear Completely. That's a not popular one that I really like. Oh my god, it's that song from that thing we just watched. This one's gonna be hard to get through the fucking YouTube copyright system, huh? See that build is the mic all fucked up? You gotta tell me. Sounds good. I need new songs, chat, but because I'm a fucking little bitch from 2012, I'm still YouTube to MP3 downloading all my songs and then syncing it on my iTunes app. However, since my computer is dead and I just have the laptop, my whole fucking song thing is gone, and I only have the ones currently on my phone. And I say only, but I think there's like 1,000 songs on there because, you know, I'm really cool and I'm eclectic and I like a bunch of things. No biggie. But, so I can't add any songs at the moment. Like the song from the intro, that's a pop song from 2023. But I would like to add that one also, but I can't because, you know, I don't have a way to add it right now. And I don't think there's a way to only add a certain few songs. Let's say if I start downloading songs onto an iTunes account here and then copy them over. I actually don't know. And maybe my computer will be fixed soon so I can see then. So I don't want to commit to a change of pace. I could just finally grow up or go forward in time and just get Spotify or some shit. But that's unlikely. Who knows? During the 21st century? Kid A is the best one. Chat, you agree with me? I know a lot of people say that. Sounds crystal clear as usual. Well, that's great. Heath is also here. I remember a Chainsaw Man review once said that you've never actually listened to an album. This better not be true. A Radiohead album, that's true. The only albums I've really ever listened to, well, when new shit comes out from people I like, I usually listen to the album. And then the only albums I ever listened to back are like Pink Floyd albums, and I haven't done that in like 5 or 6 years. I remember trying to teach myself how to draw when I was in like grade 10 and listening to Pink Floyd albums as I did it because, you know, I mean, if I was a true teenager, I would have had weed and done that, but I didn't have any weed. So, oh my god, the microphone is down all the way on the gain. So I moved it slightly over, so maybe we're loud now, I don't know. Chat will update me. But yeah, it's probably true. Anyway, this song sounds cool. But I almost don't want to get into good songs because I can't download them and then I'll have to play them through YouTube. Oh my god, it's building something right now. It does sound
Pseudo-legendaries are...
Okay, the next two are like Pokemon videos, chat.
Dumb. There are 10 pseudo-legendaries in total, and they all have one thing.
Tyranitar's the best.
In common. They all look cool as fuck, but there are some Pokemon that definitely look pseudo-legendary worthy.
Oh my god, Aggron was right there, and Aggron's the second best Pokemon of all time after Tyranitar. No, actually, Tyranitar's the second best after Aggron. No way that Tyranitar is actually better than Aggron. No, Aggron is actually... You just can't decide between these two similar-looking Giganiths. You know, Giganiths? That means they're big. I was looking for a word there somewhere that sounded similar to that. Oh my god, look. Just make Pokemon videos, child. Look at these likes and dislikes.
But don't fit the classification.
Steelix, Noivern, Lucario, all lame.
But
Steelix is great, not as a pseudo-legendary. Oh my god, Electivire.
Why aren't they pseudo-legendaries? Well, the requirements to be a pseudo-legendary are they need to have a base stat total of 600. These Pokemon are simply too weak. But if that's true, then why isn't Slacking a pseudo-legendary? He has a base stat total of 670, which is even better than most pseudo-legendaries. Well, my guess is that Slacking just isn't cool enough because pseudo-legendary is actually just a fan-made term that holds no real value. That's why. Pseudo-legendaries are dumb.
That's crazy. So legendary is also usually the champion's ace or something.
The strangest Dragon Ball lore has to be character names we only know from interviews, like Android 17 and 18's real names
Lapis and Lazuli
being Lapis and Lazuli. If you ever forget which is which, their names are in number order with the origin word Lapis Lazuli. At least for them, you can
God, remember the Lapis Lazuli from Del Toro Quest? Remember Del Toro Quest?
assume their memories were erased, so that's why it's never mentioned in the series. But then there's Mr. Satan, which is just a stage name based off of his old dojo. He's such a big celebrity, it feels like we should hear his real name in the series, but we don't. According to a Toriyama interview, though, he totally is Mark. The strangest
His name is Mark. And that could have been a funny wrestling reference since Hercule Satan is, but I don't think this guy was smart enough. I think it was a shitty YouTube reference to that shitty YouTube, but totally not Mark. So there you go. You actually need to watch Horizons. It's peak Pokemon. No, peak Pokemon is that one episode where they try to get into a movie. It says so in the document here. Hey. Hey, lights, camera, quaction. Think fucking Horizons has a joke as good as lights, camera, quaction? That's because of Psyduck. Heath, you fucking idiot. I was going through it yesterday and I saw Who Gets Togepi and I was like, oh, I really like that episode. I bet I underrated it. And I was looking for where I put it in the ranking. Also, these rankings are probably all changed, so I don't think it's a spoiler, except for the top. And then I was like, oh, it's number 5. That's pretty cool. Attack on Prehistoric Pokemon being this high is interesting. Go West, Young Meowth, we love it. Bye Bye Butterfree. The surfing one. The Island of Giant Pokemon Shipwreck, Fire and Ice. Oh, these are good episodes. The Misty Mermaid, that one's a great one where they're doing the little play. Mystery at the Lighthouse, that one's got cool atmosphere. Squirtle Squad's obviously based. Squirtle's in it. The Evolution Solution has a funny old guy in it. Paris and Parasect, there's a great gag where Charmeleon is... There's like 3 episodes where Charmeleon exists, chat, so you better savor them. Where Charmeleon gets chased around or is chasing around a Paris and then they swap and it's funny. It's like Tom and Jerry. Electric Shock Showdown, I assume that's Pikachu versus Raichu. Lame, we hate that episode. Riddle Me This, Blaine episodes, are you kidding me? They're the greatest of all time. It's funny, they're all just like Pokemon League episodes. And then we got Volcanic Panic. Oh, we love Magma versus Charizard. Actually, is that good? Anyway, fuck Horizons is what the point of that little monologue was. I actually haven't seen it, and it's probably good or something. Did we watch all of this?
Dragon Ball lore has to be character.
A snake cannot eat a dragon. Why the fuck not? Because Vicious said so. Sealopod just subscribed for the 14th month in a row. It's a crazy fucking thing. Is the idea of the first chapter reading that you'll pick the best one and read fully? Sealopod, calm down. We're not up to it yet. We'll explain the rules and the outcomes and the dynamics when we get there. Is Weed and Pink Floyd the unanimous teenage experience? Is that the right word? I think that's the right word, and I think that is a lot of people's experience. I didn't do no Weeds until, like, after that, so...
Just save the ending to Attack on Titan. I don't know if you're aware.
I didn't know there were, like, TikTok people who had enough awareness to do this little annoying, I'm going to put every word in a thingy, and have a good enough camera to look like this, and that knew about the Attack on Titan ending and the discourse and thinks it's good. So this is interesting. This is a clash of two styles. The weird corner we exist in, where we argue about Attack on Titan's ending, and this fancy dude.
but a lot of people were upset with the way that the attack...
Oh, never mind. Now he looks like this dude YouTuber where he's going to say, well, I'm not saying nothing here, man, chat, but, some people didn't like the Attack on Titan ending. Heat's in the chat right now, and he didn't like it. I'm not saying I didn't like it, but there might be some changes if this vague thing that isn't actually happening is happening.
on Titan
we figured it out.
Ended. So much so that the mangaka of Attack on Titan, Isayama, had to make a public apology, which is absolutely crazy. But the anime-only ending might be coming true. Within the series of Attack on Titan, Eren has the ability to have shared memories in both the past and the present, and is sort of in a time loop.
Okay, shut up. You're an idiot. Anyway. Oh my goodness. There's 4 people here. We're famous. We can get rid of this. Any great tweets? Stream in like 2.5 hours and the things we had to watch. And then there was all this. Remember Shakespeare in Love Chat? That was pretty cool. Broadcast news? That was pretty cool. Anyway. We don't do movie night anymore, so if anybody ever wants to talk about those, they can ask me about it. But if not, I'll think about a way to talk about them sometime. Isama is a coward. My God, CeeLo Pilled. He's a mean young man. Okay, I think it's time. I don't think I got anything else to say. Why do I have Hitmonlee and Machamp up? Well, because I'm playing through Fire Red Chat and I'm trying to figure out which one I should use. Why is Binge up? Because that's where I watch wrestling. Why is Spotlight up? Because maybe I was going to watch it today, but I think I ran out of time, so it won't be 3 movies in 3 days, unfortunately. Why is Waifu and Devilman up? Well, because I'm making a video. Chat, you ever heard of a video? Anyway, speaking of a video, this will probably get clipped and be one of our new and improved little stream cutouts that we put on the second channel to try and advertise stream more. Oh my God, why is Heavenly Delusion still on chapter 2? Why is Bucket List of the Devil? That's not what it was called. That was the name of the fucking chapter. Anyway, and it's not devil, it's of zombies. I'm getting confused because Devilman's right here, but we don't need to speak about that. Anyway, this is all staying in the upload that's going to be on the secondary ENT channel, a new little stream highlight thing we're doing. This is what, remember, chat, we used to do this. You have to say hello to YouTube. Is chat even on screen? I think it is, right? I haven't done this in a little while. I did a thing. Wait, do I have the Excel spreadsheet up? We got an Excel spreadsheet. We spent a stream kind of making this, where we were like, what are we going to consume? And then we've got a bunch of bullshit here. And look, I already consumed 2 movies. Can you believe that? Check Twitter to get updated on the media checklist thread thingy. But anyway, we had a bunch of manga, a bunch of anime, a bunch of TV shows. And by a bunch, I actually don't mean that many. We got a lot of movies over here, a lot of video games. You love video games. Maybe we could do what we're about to do for these 3. That might actually be fun. Anyway, we had a bunch of manga, and manga's easy to read and stuff. It's short and stuff, so I was like, fuck it. Let's just read 3 of them. The 3 that I'm most interested in and are easiest to read, and are also current, or still going. And let's read the first chapter, and we'll report back to stream, and we'll discuss them and see where we want to go from here. There were no preset rules. I told chat to read along if they wanted to. Heath is telling YouTube to kill itself. That's pretty cool. Heaven exists, YouTube viewers. CeeLo Pilled is talking about heaven as in the Twitch chat. Anyway, so the 3 we selected were the 3 at the bottom here. We got Dandadan. I think that's how you say it. Dandadan. Shut up. We got Zombie 100, and we got Heavenly Delusion. And these are the 3 we've read the first chapter of. I literally did it like in the last 2 hours or so, because of course they left it to the last minute. And now we're here to talk about them and where we're going to go for here, etc. If we want to do it about Legend of Galactic Heroes, the vision of Escaflowne and Gungrave, we could do it and do a very similar thing. Though, I don't know if I'm going to have the time. Now, we'll get into all that in a second. We can get rid of this. So I did read them in this order. So I read Dandadan first, then Heavenly Delusion, then Zombie 100. What do I do? Do I just spoil which one I liked best? Do we go through each of them individually? We're doing all this on the fly. These 2 are anime already, and this one's got a trailer out, so that's also helpful. Oh, the reason why I wanted to do current ones is because making theory videos is the only way to truly be happy in life. Remember when I made the Jaeger Master Plan video? That shit was fucking sick. I loved that. Only theory video I ever got to make, sadly. So if we catch up on these series, we can maybe make theory videos. Though, I think only the second one could maybe be... that could maybe be applicable to, because it doesn't seem like Zombie 100 nor Dandadan are going to be very mystery focused. Chainsaw Man's don't got no mysteries, or it kind of does, but you can just speculate in the wind. It's not like Attack on Titan where they're leaving you things for you to try and figure out, or One Piece where you got to make up their fucking thingies. Maybe Heavenly Delusion is like that. I don't know if it's actually a mystery series. There seems to be some mystery set up here, but it also seems to be pretty hell-bent on answering them. I will say, Dandadan and Zombie 100's first chapters, both of their first chapters, felt like pilots, like actual stories, like self-contained kind of stories you can get something from. Poor Heavenly Delusions felt like a very brief introduction and then a cliffhanger for the next chapter. So if we were to say which one we enjoyed the most, it's definitely between Dandadan and Zombie 100, and Heavenly Delusion is here. But Heavenly Delusion was definitely still interesting. It's just not a lot. Like, it's very clearly set up, whereas these two have sort of self-contained narratives. Zombie 100 more than I was expecting. But I think we will go in order and then we'll talk about it, because I kind of just talked about which one I like the best. I don't fucking know. Dandadan here is by this bloke, Yukinobu Tatsu. Now, if my YouTube lingo and rumor and innuendo is correct, this dude is like Fujimoto's assistant or something. And this story, I remember seeing, I don't know if I saw it in a Super iPatch Wolf video or a Mother's Basement video or in some other fucking idiot's video. I'm pretty sure I've watched videos specifically about Dandadan. Maybe it was a Trixie video. I can't fucking remember these goddamn things. And it was sort of sold like that. And the premise, as it was explained, was like, oh, this one dude and this one girl, they get into an argument about whether or not aliens or spirits are cooler. And then they all just seemingly start to exist. And then they have fights and stuff and fight bad guys, etc. And hilarity ensues. And I think there was an example of a joke. And I was like, oh, yeah, that does seem like Chainsaw Man. So I did go in thinking, oh, this is going to be like Chainsaw Man Light or something to the equivalent. And it's going to be sort of have that similar sort of appeal. I will say that exists very lightly, but that is very evidently not the appeal the show will have. And if you go into that, you might be a little disappointed. Because Chainsaw Man's appeal, chat. Now, there will be a scripted video about this. Hopefully out in like the next month or so. Where I delve ridiculously deep into what the appeal of Chainsaw Man. And it's a very unique appeal and why Chainsaw Man and Fire Punch are just the greatest things ever. I don't think Dandadan is the greatest thing ever. I knew Chainsaw Man was like incredibly unique and great from like the first page, I usually say. I think there's even a part of the video where I explain that. So from the first page about Denji talking about the balls he had to ration and the way he does it and the attitude he has in doing it, etc., etc., it's so fucking cool, and you're so in on Denji immediately, and then the wacky concepts and the weird subversions of basically everything. It's all great. I audibly laughed reading the Dandadan chapter. Sadly, it wasn't a sex joke. I think I know where you're going with that one, CeeLo Pilled. Now, CeeLo Pilled it might be the only person in chat that was ballsy enough to actually read along with me. I think, CeeLo Pilled, if we can engage in one-on-one conversation here, these are just the perks you get if you show up in Twitch chat. Which ones I think you said you had seen one of, or maybe you've seen the anime for these two or something. So I want to know which ones you read for the first time today and your history with the series. And then also you could say what you thought about them, etc. Dandadan was interesting, though. I still liked it. It just has a very different appeal and a very more, like, sort of generic manga-y appeal. I would not call it generic, though. And the way that video had sold it to me about, like, oh, I expected it to open on these two in an argument. Bitch, aliens are sick. And she goes, fuck you, loser. Spirits are sick. And then literally the world changes forever because they're having an argument, boom, everything just exists in the sky and aliens and spirits are fighting each other and craziness ensues. I remember that kind of being how it was presented in the video I watched. And that would be very Chainsaw Man-y, for the world to just crack into and change forever because two kids were having an argument about whether or not dumb ghosts or dumb aliens are cooler. It's not really how things are presented here at all. And also, I did, like, when I opened all these tabs, I did scroll through and read, like, all the headings and shit. So I did see these. And these are kind of wacky out there, which is not just the appeal of Chainsaw Man, but it's a lot of the part of the appeal of Chainsaw Man. These chapter titles are a little wacky, so I was like, oh, maybe we are going it. And then I did see this first page, and I thought, oh, that's kind of wacky and cute. But we've got our girl here. Now, I have no fucking idea how to say her name. It's like Maysay or something. Crazy. I'm not going to be able to say names, chat. You already know this about me. I read chapter 1 years ago when it came out. Heath is saying about Dandadan, I think. No, I hadn't read any of them before like an hour ago. I think the one I'm most curious about is how Dandadan will continue, I guess, though. It's a bit unfair because the other two were shorter, right? Yeah, I feel like Dandadan was probably the longest one. We could literally check this by checking the page counts, but I don't really care enough to, so, but it definitely did feel, Heavenly Delusion felt the shortest, definitely. But obviously, I think Dandadan is in Shonen Jump, right? So the chapters are going to get very short, whereas the other two are both monthly publications. So their chapters will generally be longer, but we'll see about all that as we progress. So this girl likes this. This is a boyfriend. She's breaking up for him, and he's talking about putting out and stuff. So that's a little off-putting for a Shonen Jump thing, because I expected this to be the most PG out of them all. I guess it ended up being. We see boobs in this one. I guess Heavenly Delusion is definitely the most PG one. Nothing's happened there yet. I will say I really didn't know anything about Zombie 100. I kind of knew there was a girl and he worked in an office, and I've seen a bunch of YouTube videos about how Zombie 100 is about how capitalism is bad because he works in an office and he hates it and he's excited that the zombies happen. So I kind of knew that. Heavenly Delusion, I've kind of seen a YouTube video about it, but it was after this point where these two are outside and doing things, and there's some sort of sexual assault with this one. Sexual assault, a narrative through line throughout all of these mangas. We sure know how to choose them. But anyway, it's on Shonen Jump Plus. Same shit. Though Zombie 100 is interesting too because I can't see how an entire manga can stem from that first chapter. It is very interesting. We will talk about that when we get it. Anyway, I don't know. The best guy ever situation has me a little scared about going through manga chapters just generally. Anyway, the girl is very cool. The setup here is kind of funny and wacky. And then she just has friends that look weird that will obviously fit in when we start getting more weird with the zombies and the aliens, and maybe or not the zombies, the spirits and the aliens and shit. So it was kind of funny that their character designs were already like this, and we'll just see how that progresses. Anyway, the girl is very endearing. I like the girl character a lot, the main girl. And I thought I was going to be annoyed with this nerdy boy. Oh, I've seen this character before, and I never liked this archetype. But he kind of had some redemptive things towards the end. I do think the biggest emotional moment out of all of these, there is a Zombie 100 moment that rivals it, but the ending of this chapter is really great when the little kid's name is actually the name of the celebrity dude she's like lusting after, and she's like, what? And just after he said like a line from one of his movies, I assume, it was very cool. I did think that was a neat little twist. That's a little bit of a sort of out there Chainsaw Man-y, well, it's a very fire punchy thing to do. Where you're immediately like, is this some narrative fuckery where this is actually the actor from the past brought to the future or something? That could be a funny little narrative through line to go down. Or it's just a coincidence and that's part of the point and she's reading into it too much. But I assume these two, because immediately we open on the girl getting broken up with and she's like, man, I'm just never going to find love. And then we're introduced to clearly the boy who isn't her type at all, who's the little nerdy dude getting bullied, and who becomes the secondary main character, and who you assume is this guy from up here, even though he looks a little different with his hair and stuff, though she looks a little different too. And you're like, oh, they're going to end up together. So it is funny if it is just a coincidence that she reads too much into it, but it ends up working out in the end. Their interactions were fun, so these two can definitely carry a manga. President Obama here with the aliens and the Illuminati and shit is funny. I don't know if President Obama canonically is still the president in the world of Dandadan. That's pretty funny. He looks pretty old here. It looks like an alternative universe or something. Maybe he went for a 4th term. Oh, it's actually a 3rd term. Shut up, chat. And we got space forces, etc. But anyway, their interactions are cool. They end up sending each other to locations because they get into an argument about whether or not spirits or aliens exist, and the other one thinks the other one's crazy, and they end up existing. Like, there's a granny here who wants to eat this guy's dick. Literally, she says schlong a bunch. It's pretty funny, chat. And so he's got to run away, and then he gets taken over, and then there's these Peter Griffin-looking fucking alien things that look very creepy, and then they rip her clothes off. There's no nudity in this one, but we literally get a cask scene, the hands over the mouth, and you're like, this isn't good. This cool panel where we got them and they're forming over the thingies and stuff. And then there is an attempted rape in the first chapter by their little banana penises here. Or they call them bananas a lot. So it is very weird that this sexual assault that we are supposed to take a little seriously is also juxtaposed by them calling it their bananas and stuff constantly, and it's a bit weird tonally. And if I was half the feminist my Twitter bio purports for me to be, I would be disgusted with this chapter. To the point where I'll be very curious what the reaction to this is in episode 1 if it comes out, or if they have to censor it, or if they change it or something. Or if, I feel like it will get torn to shreds on, Twitter and on AnyTube and shit like that. Now, it does sort of redeem itself in the feminist eye because she doesn't end up getting saved by this dude. She manifests her psychic powers and then busts out herself and kicks him through a UFO and shit. But there's a lot of funny sex jokes in here about schlongs and... I'm going to save my virginity for this guy, and you're not going to take it from me, rape penis man. So that was interesting. I certainly didn't expect the rape fake out, the first rape fake out, to be from Dandadan, but there it was, and it was. I don't know what else to say about Dandadan. I think it's interesting. Just the general, spirits exist and aliens exist, lends itself to a million possibilities down the line. They both seem to have spirit-related powers rather than alien-related powers, so that's interesting. Another really cool thing is when the dude over here shows up to save her from the rape, from teleporting to his phone. That was pretty cool. That seemed like a cool Chainsaw Man-esque concept. The monster designs for the aliens were pretty cool when they were just these weird Peter Griffin things, and they had a bit of lore where they just clone each other instead of reproducing, and that's why they want females. And they're also like, we just like females better than male persons. So that's a little weird. Sounds like something I would say. But this one also ends on a cliffhanger. Apparently, our boy's dick is missing right now, and we've got to go and save it back from the spirit, because we beat the aliens this episode, but we didn't beat the spirits. So the second chapter is going to be about us beating the spirits. Now, honestly, I'm more curious about what happens after that. Obviously, we got his penis back, etc. But then what is the setup for the rest of the series, and who are we trying to beat up? So Turbo Granny is still around in chapter 5, so that's crazy. Also, Turbo Granny was a bit of a Chainsaw Man name too. You're like, oh, Fujimoto could say some crazy shit like that. But yeah, these chapters seem to be the next one seems to be a little long too. I am more interested in seeing how the fuck this turns into a full manga. Obviously, we've got when are they going to kiss? That's a propelling interest, moving everything forward. We don't really know the stakes in the world, etc. yet, so we don't know too much about Dandadan. Look, I guess he's going to keep his little form in the back because it's over here. I will say the character design for the girl is pretty cool, and her earrings and stuff. Oh my god, they're alien earrings. Crazy. Maybe it is some celestial alien psycho powers. Oh my god, now they're ghosts. That's crazy. Who would have thought? Who could have told? But yeah. This page and the next one are the ones that made me laugh. Okay, we got CeeLo Pill coming in with evidence about what made him laugh out loud. Now, I don't know if this is a good laugh out loud or this is so stupid I laughed out loud. Did it open? Oh, yeah. Don't talk to me. Sorry, I went too far. Oh, yeah, when they say, sorry, I went too far, and then he starts insulting her. That was kind of funny. Hold on, I'm reading chat. Oh, yeah, and then he's trying to argue her arguments are no good. But yeah, that one was pretty good. There was something I thought was funny too, but I can't remember which one it was in. I remember saying, I should note down that I laughed at that. Hey, taking notes for these things would be a good idea, huh? But I'm too lazy. The sex jokes in Chainsaw Man are more endearing. That's definitely true. And I feel like we've never had a attempted rape in Chainsaw Man, right? Because obviously attempted rape is the easiest way in the world besides beating up a fucking dog or something to get, like, to build dramatic tension. Like, very dramatic tension. If you'd be like, no, don't do that. Somebody save him. And then somebody did, attempted save distraction. Then she saved herself, chat. But yeah, it was definitely, even like afterwards, they were making jokes. Oh no, my penis, my banana thingy fell off. This is crazy. And it's like a bit of a tonal clash is what people will say. I don't know. But I guess that was Dandadan. Do I want to keep reading? Yeah. And then we've got Heavenly Delusion. Oh, Heavenly Delusion over here, giving me some big, and I bet everybody says this, chat, so you better get ready for some revolutionary, you know what I'm trying to say, commentary here. Bit of a Promised Neverland vibe going on here. Oh my god, the kids, they're doing tests, they're in a little enclosed environment, there's walls and stuff, they're trying to figure out what's on outside, and it's going to be some sort of apocalypse thing, as is teased at the end. Oh my god, nobody's ever said that before, chat. Pat me on the back. I think the art style here feels very pencil-y. I don't know how to describe it outside of that, but I like it. It was very easy to read. All the text bubbles and shit were very, like, plain and easy, and everything is sort of, like, just in its little lane here, and all the paneling's very, like, normal and stuff. We started to try and introduce which character archetypes the characters are. We've got the artsy one, and this girl's into him. And then we've got the smart one that thinks too much. And then we've got the main boring one who's not good at anything, but we're going to like him the most because we're positioned behind him. We got the really sporty athletic one. And the other one of them's good with computers. We got all this set up. And then we got this dude is getting the serial experiments lane, like, oh, a weird thingy popped up on his thing, and then he's going to ask about it. But, oh, it disappeared. What's going to happen here? But yeah, I will say none of the characters really stood out. Like, again, they're all kind of little archetypey things. None of them annoyed me. I saw this sporty prick and I was like, oh, here we go. This is like the Torkid from Promised Neverland. He's going to piss me off for no real reason, but I'm going to be pissed off. Especially when he's like, man, it's a test today. But in the end, I thought he was okay. I don't hate him. But yeah. They're like, what's outside of outside? And then they asked the person, and I was like, oh no, this means it's time to die or something. And this is where the twist is going to happen, that this is crazy. Now, this bitch has got a crazy evil face that's going to be very easy to make evil, so she's definitely going to be evil. Or maybe this version is she won't be evil. Now, that would be crazy. But she's kind of honest. He's like, you can't go out there. It's hell outside. And from what we see, it seems like there is an apocalypse outside. And then she's like, oh, I have dreams of stuff. I did like the simple repetition. The simplistic, like, dialogue really did help get the do you want to go outside thing, like, over. Like, I was like, oh, this is creepy. And it shows up a bunch of times. So it's like, oh, who's asking? And yeah, we want to go outside because we're curious. But, like, should we stay inside? Is it crazy? Or is it a situation where the outside isn't actually that bad and we all want to go out there and it's hell out there, man? What's that mean? Are we being over dramatic, or did that person just have a bad experience and they're keeping these fucking kids in here, etc.? There's a little robot guy giving him tests. What the fuck's up with that? But yeah, and then there's this creepy thing of like people come in to save me, and one of them's got your face, bro, and then he can't go to sleep, and then we cut to the outside, and it looks like there's a version of him on the outside, and there's somebody else over here, and this is the guy from the thingy up the top, so that's a little crazy. What's going on there? Are there two of these people? Are they brothers, or what's going on? And he's going to go in and, oh, they're probably brothers, huh? So this guy's going to go in and save this guy. But also, it seems like this guy is the actual protagonist. So it would make sense if this guy who's been set up to be the protagonist here is actually the same guy, so then we weren't wasting time. I feel like this girl is going to get kidnapped or something, and we're not going to see her for like 200 chapters, and then we're going to be reunited with her, and we're going to be like, oh, that's the girl from the beginning, so I've been anticipating this the whole time, so this feels good, even though she's not much of a character, just like Shanks and stuff. Talking so fast and being so smart makes me need a drink shot. What can I say? Promise Neverland, Silo Pill does with an exclamation mark. He knows what I'm talking about. Do you find the story archetype to be boring? No, because it's a mystery, so I automatically love it. That being said, I did only watch the first season of Promise Neverland. Now, obviously, the second season came out and everybody was like, it's shit, bro. so I didn't bother. But that was not. I guess I wasn't curious enough to find out what was going on in the Promised Neverland. So it doesn't have too much of a grip on me. Bro, there's a kid in a wheelchair. We didn't really meet him. How are we going to get him out of here when we all escape like the Promised Neverland? But yeah, it's like a weird little thingy, and you see the pole here, and it's like weird, and you're like, what is that? Why is there a pole here? And then you start to realize, because we don't see like a wide shot of everything, that it's like and they do well of like covering up and not doing a wide shot. You're like, what the fuck are these people in here? They're in a little dome thingy. It's not as overly indulgent as the Promised Neverland and being like, oh, look at all the cute kids. We're waking up, we're eating dinner, we're loving life. And then one of them fucking dies. It's a little bit like, oh, they're a little older. They're not that cute. They're doing thingies. But yeah, it's probably what the twist is going to be. But yeah, I got through this chapter real quick and I was like, oh, it's over. What the fuck am I going to talk about when we get to this in the fucking stream? But, it's possible that this is just the future, huh? That's probably what it is. I don't know. All will be clarified when we read more of Heavenly Delusion 1, as in Volume 1. I don't know if I have much more to say about all Heavenly Delusion here. I think this girl is a guy trapped in a girl's body, but not in a trans way, in an actual body swap way. I think that's what that YouTube video told me one time. Anyway, we got Zombie 100 here, the coolest anime and manga to ever exist. Now, don't be deceived. This girl's boobs are not big enough to be the girl from the chapter like I assumed the whole way through and then was shocked when she was dead at the end. That was probably the second biggest. There she is, I think. That was probably the second biggest emotional reaction from me because the girl was dead and I was like, oh, I want to see him kiss this girl. But she was already fucking dead and her boobs were out and stuff. So we probably got to avoid that panel at the end. So guys, he's like overworked and there's zombies and stuff and everything's miserable. I think this was like the flow of this chapter was really good. I think that was continuously like interesting things and stuff. And it keeps you engaged all the time. You definitely relate to him a lot. Maybe in a similar way to how you relate to Denji and his really shitty situation. Though not as effective or as clever as the Denji situation. Though feeling bad for Denji is not really the reason why Chainsaw Man Chapter 1 is so good. It is a part of it, and it's like that natural, oh, you want to root for him at the end? But there's so much more to that makes it interesting. This one's kind of just got that until the end, and it is very effective in it, so that's not a thing. I guess everything is not as good as Chainsaw Man. That's basically what I spent most of my time saying, huh, chat? But anyway, she's nice, but she's banging the boss because she's probably being, in modernity chat, we call this sex trafficking. We've seen those Vince McMahon papers. She's getting shit on in there. It's not cool. But anyway, him hitting the thingy and then saying, sorry, ma'am, that was funny. That might have been the one where I laughed out loud. But anyway, then a zombie apocalypse happens, and the joke is that he's not really concerned about dying in a zombie apocalypse, or he's not all mad like in most zombie apocalypse shows where like, no, there's a zombie apocalypse happening, what am I gonna do? He's like, oh my god, I don't have to go to work. This is fantastic. And then he's trying to start to think about things he wants to do at work. But the first thing he wants to do, and the only thing that's really been set up through this whole episode, is his potential relationship with the big titty office girl. And we're like, oh. And so he's like, oh, I'm just going to go and see her. That's the first thing I want to do with my new independence is go and find her and make sure she's safe. So he goes to find her and you're like, oh, and then they're going to run away and that's going to be like the through line for the series, right? They're going to hang out and their relationship will blossom, etc., etc. They'll run into bandits or something next episode. They'll kidnap her and then he'll have to go and save her and he'll meet another character along the way and it's going to be a little kid or something and then they'll join the party and then we're, you know, how the group just generally expands for a few episodes. Then we run into somebody and we find out the machination. You know how these fucking stories go. But no, the bitch is fucking dead, chat. And he's very thankful. At least I got to see her tits. Now, this was the biggest feminist eye roll of this manga here. That was not good. He was very endearing until this point. Now, when the normies are reacting to this anime, they're going to look through the episode and be like, this is great. And he's going to see that. And the girls are going to turn to each other and frown and be like, what was that? And then they'll giggle and the rest of it, you know. That's what you just got to think about when you're reading manga. Big hot take and unexpected take coming straight from yours truly. This one was the worst. Oh my god, Silo Pill didn't like Zombie 100. Unbelievable. So it is kind of interesting that they've closed off all the potential narrative threads they could have created in the first chapter and have used it entirely. Oh, there she is. You didn't see that shot. And they used it entirely just for characterization for him, which is kind of cute. I kind of respect that they did it and they killed off that character and that one thing we were kind of invested in. Now, obviously, we're going to meet this girl and she's going to be more normal, so we're going to get to her and she'll be the girlfriend. He's got a crown on, chat. What's with that? So I'm interested to meet this girl and see if she's better. The other one didn't really have much of a personality. She was just nice. Also, I was interested in the regressive Japanese sexual theming that was going to be put across. Were we really going to let the main character get with the girl that was getting passed around the office? Because I don't get the feeling that the authors/artists here had the feeling that she was actually being assaulted in these scenes or being coerced in some way by her bosses, and that maybe she was just she's the office slut now, so she's got to die at the end, and we're going to find a good virgin girl for the main character to get with next time. That's probably the mindset going into that, rather than, oh, this is actually a relationship that we could have been into, but now we've just killed it off Lamau. How subversive. This girl, I guarantee, was not fucking her boss, right? Therefore, we're allowed to get with her as the main character. Anyways. Zombie 100 was pretty cool, bro. I like him. Yeah, true, that was cool. Yeah, I just make so many good points. So yeah, Zombie 100 is also like, what the fuck is the point of this manga gonna be? Is there an overarching evil bad guy? I don't know. Or are we just doing 100 things this bloke wants to do? And it's more casual, slice of lifey. Don't you hate it when people say slice of lifey like that? You want to kill them? Don't kill me, chat. But yeah. In terms of all of them, I don't really know what any... It's not like they had the Hokage speech at the beginning of any of these, and we got, like, the through line for what the whole series is going to be about. Or the Pirate King, or the I'm gonna be the very best like no one ever was moment. Or, Griffith! Wait, that's only in the anime. But yeah. So it's kind of the biggest pushing... propelling force behind me wanting to continue any of them is like, what the fuck are these things actually about? It's kind of a tease. Be back next time to see what these series are actually going to be about, which is exciting. Now, CeeLo Pilled, I think, asked at the beginning, what's the point of doing this? Are we just going to choose the best one and then continue that one? I feel like I want to read them all. These two only have 64 chapters out each, which either means they both started at the same point, or one of them started a few months earlier and the other one took a little bit of a break. That's kind of lame. But if they both started the same month, that's kind of cool. It was destined for us to choose them here today. 64 chapters, we can read those and catch up easy. Dandadan or something has like 130 or something. I can't remember the exact amount. I can't be expected to remember these things. Now, I can be expected to check these things sometimes. 145, that's 1,000,000. And these two do have... Did I just make it up, chat? Or do they actually only have 64? 62? The other one better have 62 too, or the point I just made is going to be completely vol. Oh my god, 64. They don't have the same, chat. Everybody laugh. Point and laugh at Streamer Man. You got it wrong. So which one was your favorite? I don't know. I guess Zombie 100, but that could be recency bias, huh? Because I was like, Dandadan. I think when I first finished them, I was like, oh yeah, Dandadan's still the best one. But now that it's sat with me for a little bit, Zombie 100 might be the best one. But Heavenly Delusion didn't really get a fair shake, you know? It was just like a weird little setup chapter. Are these manga popular? Yeah, I feel like these are three of the more popular manga right now, right? These two have animes, which makes them even more popular. And I think both of their animes are very popular. And Dandadan's going to get an anime soon and explode in popularity, so... I think these are all three popular properties. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know how quickly I'm going to read the next chapters of any of them. I could do the thing where I'm like, I'm going to read one chapter of each of them every day until we catch up. But that's never going to happen. I'm kind of curious, should we do this for the fucking anime one? That's an hour, though. Now, it probably took me about an hour No, that's the wrong Excel spreadsheet, you fucking moron. Probably took me more than an hour to read all 3 chapters in the little breaks I was taking in between everything. So I'm being a little bitch when I'm like, an hour of watching anime. I don't want to do that. Also, all 3 of these, not popular at all. Now, they're kind of popular on internet YouTube spaces, but I don't think it's going to get a lot of clicks. Esclaflowne, obviously, being the least popular out of all of them, then probably Gungrave. People speak of Legend of Galactic Heroes a lot. I don't know if they speak about it too much. Maybe we should spend the rest of stream and we'll end the YouTube video here and haha, you gotta go into the VODs channel or go to the YouTube or go to the Twitch VOD space to see the rest of it. Maybe we will select 3 newish anime and then do a similar thing. I don't know. We'll speculate about the 3 we would choose at least before we commit to doing them. But anyway, I don't know how long we'll be streaming. I don't know how long this cutout YouTube video will be. We didn't have too much to say, not too many in-depth thoughts. I didn't have any revolutionary moments reading any 3 of these or any revolutionary developments in analysis to share about any 3 of these. So I think that's where we're going to leave it. Really, an hour. I read them all in like 20 minutes. Maybe I need to slow down. No, I'm a very slow reader, and also I was getting distracted and doing other things, etc., etc. YouTube comment what anime or manga we should do for chapter 1 next. Godzilla, you're better than me at this stuff. That's a good idea. What are if you're a manga reader, secondary ENT viewer, what are the more popular mangas at the moment that we should have done instead of these ones? Let us know that too. Because I think it's pretty easy to keep up with which anime is popular and shit, or currently popular, but manga, because they all don't start at the same time and they're all like obviously those like Jujutsu Kaisen, don't copy that or I'll fucking kill you, you know what I'm saying? I don't say Demon Slayer, even though Demon Slayer's been over for like 3 years or some shit. But yeah, I guess let me know. Alright, YouTube assholes, support links in the description below. Thanks. Oh my god, thank god they're gone, shot. Remember when we used to say that all the time? Man, that's like a real life thingy. I guess for anime, if we can move into that, we got 5 viewers. Why did we go straight to this thingy? Because there is a new season starting like now, right? So we could wait. Now, obviously with anime, there's like free ran, but I don't think that's too interesting, right? It's kind of like fun. Oh my god, free ran is at the top right now. The people be loving free ran. 28 episodes, my goodness. And what I saw from that Best Guy Ever video, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Oh my god, we can watch the trailer. Oh my god, Toho animation. It looks pretty. I'm sure most of you have already seen this stupid show. Oh, stay story day. I can speak it.
まさかこんなものがいるだなんてね死んじゃうかも笑えないね嫌われたものだななぜ君は魔法の探求を続けているんだ
So the premise is she just travels around and does shit, right? During the decade-long quest to fight the Demon King, the members of the Heroes Party... Oh, yeah, and they defeated the bad guy in the past, and there's some mystery about that, etc., etc. I remember the Best Guy Ever video. So there's silly free ran right here. Top airing. Let's go to this one. Are we going to rewatch Steins Gate soon, chat? We got to do that. Similarly, what the fuck is this? I've never seen this in my life. Something graffiti. Detective Conan. Ninja Kamo. Oh, yeah, I think I saw a YouTube video about that today. Hayaku. What the fuck is this? Dungeon Meshi is a thing, but it's also already got a manga. That's another fucking problem with this shit. It's got to be like an anime original thing. It is terrible. I can't see none of this shit. Now, how does Mal do its cool little seasonal thing? Seasonal anime. And then we can go back to like the last season. Konosuba. Kimatsu no Yaiba. Maybe we should do Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen episode 1s. That will bring in the viewers, but I couldn't be fucked. So is this Heavenly Delusion? No, this is Solo Leveling. Lamau, we ain't watching that shit. That's for nerds. Dungeon Meshi there. I haven't seen Free Ran yet. Where the fuck is that one? I guess it might be from even the one before this. Just play the visual novel instead of what, Carl? Maybe you should just bite the bullet and do Jujutsu Kaisen. There is money to make in that. The money-making thing is in making main channel videos. And this is just kind of like, it's like, I will watch Escaflowne, and I'll come here and I'll bloviate about it to chat, but chat is not going to give a fuck when I talk to them about Escaflowne, obviously. So if I'm talking to them about, oh my god, Trigger did Dungeon Meshi. But if I'm talking about these things, there's a vague potentiality that the chat knows about, or this is relevant to them in some sense. Which is kind of, I guess, more the point here. I don't know any of this shit, bro. This shit's lame. We hate anime. Back to full. Oh, there's Free Ran. Spy X Family. On the list of popular, where's Paint? It's a day. It's a monumental day when we're getting the Paint thing out. Just play the visual novel instead. What is there, a visual novel for Free Ran? I'm sure there's a manga for Free Ran too. Or is Dungeon Meshi also a visual novel? I don't know. Let's make this a little bigger. There's no anime on the airing section because everything has ended this season. Wait, real talk. What is your favorite Pink Floyd album, mister? It's not The Wall. It could, and I don't think it's Wish You Were Here. And I don't know why. Because Shine On You Crazy Diamond is on Wish You Were Here, right? And that's incredible. Wish You Were Here is incredible. Have a Cigar is great. There's another one from... Hold on. We're doing a little tangent here. CeeLo Pill to ask chat. You can't get mad at me for this. We should clip this. Which Pink Floyd album is the best? Wish You Were Here. I could listen to these albums again soon. Do I get to put the Pink Floyd albums on if I listen onto the Media Digest thread? No. There's another like smaller song that I really like on this one. Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Welcome to the Machine is the one I was thinking about. See, every single one of these songs is good. Obviously, you've got fucking Dark Side of the Moon. I feel like this was my favorite one to listen to back when I was just listening to the albums fully. But Animals is definitely the better one, right? Speak to Me is just sort of an instrumental. Breathe is obviously incredible. On the Run is an instrumental. Time. I used to really like Time. I guess it soured on me a little bit. Great Gig in the Sky is obviously the best. I do not like Money at all. And I would usually skip it unless I'm listening to it in the album. Us and Them is good. It's a little long. Any Color That You Like is a good instrumental. And then obviously Brain Damage and Eclipse is the best fucking shit ever. Wish You Were Here has no bad songs. Dark Side of the Moon has Money. I always forget that Animals is not the last one. I always think about it as the last one. But Dogs is probably the best Pink Floyd song. Pigs on the Wing is fun, whatever. We're just doing a little singy song. Sheep is pretty cool, and Pigs is pretty cool. So maybe Animals isn't that good, comparatively. But Dogs is the best song, and the whole album is about dogs. Now, The Wall drags the most. There's the most skippable songs are on this one. But also, if you listen to the whole thing, when you get to Comfortably Numb, it's like the greatest feeling of all time. It feels like the whole album's been building up to that point. They've teased it on 3 different songs before this. So it truly feels like a monumental moment. But there's a whole fucking thingy after this. But I like all of these. The Trial is great. Outside the Wall is great. Waiting for the Worms is great. Run Like Hell, people really like. It's okay. The Show Must Go On. That one's great. See, all of these are pretty good. But individually, all these, like, smaller songs where it's like, oh, yeah, I remember this one, and I sing along to it if it comes on. But, like, it very much needs to be in context to be appreciated. Is Goodbye Good Blue Sky real? Oh, no, I was like, that's not the first song on there, right? Yeah, it's not. I don't really like Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. It's, like, their most popular song. Another Brick in the Wall Part 3 is incredible, though. I don't know. Young Lost, that's a song. We love Young Lost. Hey You is great when you get to that part. But I really only know those four. Like, I know Momentary Lapse and Reason because of the... Wait, is that the song? No, what's the fucking song? The Dumb Plane song. No, you know that one? I like that one. And then I know Echoes. I don't know if I like it that much. A collection of great dance songs. Another Brick in the Wall, edit. Shine On You Crazy Diamond, edit. So these are like trying to capitalize after the brands broke up to be like, oh, we can make some fucking money. The Final Cut. I don't know what this is either. Is this like the final songs of them together? I don't know any of those songs. And then it's... Nope, then there's a bunch of other ones. Works. Then there's Momentary Lapse in Reason. Lapse in Reason. Learning to Fly is the song. I feel like I don't know any of the other ones, though. So there's the Pink Floyd tangent. The Wall is my favorite and Animals is second. The Wall drags. I will kill you, Kyle. Uh-oh. Money and Us and Them does definitely drag. The Final Cut was like Roger's dying effort before he left the band. I see. I don't know. The Wall's my least favorite to listen to, I guess. Oh my god, we've got 18 plus and kids crossed out. How could we do that? For Steins Gate to play the visual novel? I don't know. I don't need the fucking chronology, the canon of the show ruined by silly multi-choice novels. When I learnt that it was a visual novel and how visual novels worked, I was like, oh. That's why some of the, like, Mr. Braun being an assassin dude for that one episode, in retrospect, feels kind of silly now. I don't know. The fact of Steins Gate being a visual novel hurts it. I've also never really played a visual novel. Unless Doki Doki Literature Club counts. But, oh, we had the fucking thing up. Where's the thing? So, these are popular things that exist that people tell me to do and that people purport to like. And this is heart, things that I would watch or whatever. Or am in the mood or feel like watching. You see, this is Pink, chat. This is a fucking Pink Floyd. We were just doing it. That's a love heart. And then this is a big X. I should have just done an X and a tick, huh? And this is no fucking shot, no interest at all. Over here, we've got J, K. What a fucking boring looking show. I've never seen a more boring looking show. Every clip I've seen annoys me. I don't like the character designs. I don't like the Kakashi ripoff dude. Oh my god, the bad guy's actually inside him. I've never seen Naruto before. Lame. And then even closer to the X, we've got shitty ass DS. We hate the DS. It's a shitty console. No, this is Demon Slayer. What a shitty looking show. Oh my god, Casca in Guts. Imagine if that was the whole fucking show and Casca could fight. She's retarded. Lame. And then we've got Spy X Family and it's like over here somewhere. I'm like, oh, I can watch Spy X Family. That seems pretty cool. It's like European and stuff. That's kind of unique. And they're like spies and one girl's an assassin and she's the problem with the show, best guy ever told me. What else is popular, chat? Let's put it on the thingy. We've got One Piece. We got it over here, right here. Do actively want to catch up, but I'm in a little slump right now where my motivation is very low. We've got fucking Bleach. I should watch Bleach at some point or something. It's in the middle. B for Bleach. What's popular, chat? How wouldn't it count? What did I say wouldn't count? Oh, re-listening to the albums? I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it would count. Are you using a trackpad? Yeah, I don't have a mouse. Jujutsu Kaisen, it gotta be worse than Demon Slayer, right? Nah, Demon Slayer is definitely like, I do not want to watch this at all. It's very long. Jujutsu Kaisen people say is good and the animation is good. Obviously, people say that about Demon Slayer too. But these are just, no thank you. Now, I could very easily see clips from either one of these shows that look interesting to me and I could change my mind entirely. But also, people actually liking these shows also piss me off too. Not that, like, the people that like them are annoying, but, like, how could you like that shit? That's popular shit. That's lame. At least Demon Slayer has a cute, pretty art style. I don't know. What else is popular, chat? You gotta tell me these things. What's popular right now? We got Free Ran. It's like around Spy X Family. We got, I don't know if it's before or above it. I'm open to watching Free Ran. That's not an F. Free Ran, you know, with an F. I don't know what else to put on here. But this is our great thingy here, right? This is how we feel about things, and this is how life be doing things. What do we got here? Shield Hero? I don't know. I could watch Shield Hero, I guess. It's just kind of long. Goblin Slayer is a second season? That's sick, bro. We should read Goblin Slayer. What's on here? Solo leveling, meh. Alright, none of these other shows exist, alright? Let's stop pretending. So there's no anime to do for this thingy. Konosuba, I could watch Konosuba. Demon Slayer, lame. Slime, I could watch Slime. You know, these all go in the middle somewhere, like probably ahead of Bleach, because I could see myself actually doing it. Probably even ahead of Spy X Family, because I know Spy X Family is kind of uneventful and boring the whole way through. Maybe these other ones are cooler. Mushoku Tensei. Now that's a television show. Boku no Hero Academia. We can't watch the anime because they fucked it up apparently. But you know, this is just how the cookie crumbles over here. I don't know, none of these fake shows. We've got something like Hunter x Hunter, which is probably like here. I do actively want to do it. And motivation isn't even that low for Hunter x Hunter. One of these days I'm going to impulsively do it, chat, and it might be soon, so get ready for that. You know what I want to play, chat? I want to play Harvest Moon on the NES online Switch thingy. It looks cool, and that might be what I do after this. Now, you might be saying, don't you have a Demon Slayer script to finish? Shut up, I say. I kind of finished a draft of it. And I was going to try and edit it and then record it today, and then I was like, fuck it. Just read the manga and do a stream instead. So that's bad. You're bad for me, chat. You actively contributed to my downfall by making me stream today. So that's your fault, and that's not nice. It's not as long as I thought it would be. Like, how is this 2,000 words, maybe? Only 1,500. The intro might be as long as the actual part of the video that's, like, the point of the video. How many is this? No, it's shorter, but only slightly. That's not good. I'll edit it and add to it, I'm sure. And then we've got these notes down here that I've got to edit in somehow. Have you not seen that lady from Spy X Family, though, Kyle? Is it the black-haired girl that Best Guy ever made that video about? Kaguya-sama? I don't know. That has a manga too, right? So I would just want to read the manga. Kaguya-sama, I guess, is not that far down on the list. It's like a rom-com thing. I like that. So I could see myself conceivably doing Kaguya-sama. So it would be like here. I think I'm going to add Shirobako. Oh, I think it's... Yeah, because I think that's an anime original thing too. I think I'm going to add that over here. But again, that's not like a very popular anime that's going to get attention and stuff. The Apothecary Diaries is great and just finished. Is that an anime or a manga? It's probably both, but which one is Heath recommending right now? Did I close Mal? No, there's no Apoc there. Oh my god, I must have looked this up before. Did that just autocomplete? 1 season. Light novel series? We're not reading light novels, so. I don't know. There's the Mal. We love Mal. Oh my god, 8.3. The people love it. I've never heard of this one, I don't think. Or does it say the episode count? 24. I don't know. I don't even know if we're going to do this anime one, but I guess we'll consider this thingy. Attack on Titan last episode. I will obviously do it eventually. Is it going to be soon? I don't know. That's kind of in the One Piece category of like, I'll do it. I promise I'll do it. I have every intention to do it. But I don't feel like it right now. That's funny though. Oh my god, we got a trailer. So I can look at it. Where are the subtitles? Toho Animation again. Japanese auto-generated.
そちらに最近入った下女というのが妙に謎解きが得意なようですな。頭の回るそちらの下女が調べてくれやしないものかと。
何か不可解なことはなかったでしょうか。
見てもらいたいものがあるのですが、
食中毒になっちまったらしくて。
食中毒？これ不思議なんです。
妙なつながりがあったものだな。
入ってもよろしいか。
やっぱり。触るな。これが全て偶然の重なり？一つ一つは事故に見えるが、もし何かの目的のためにわざと引き起こされたものだとしたら。
Okay, I need fuck the subtitles for these goddamn things. Don't be doing monologues and expect me to understand them in a goddamn trailer. An Hippocrates' daughter, is that, I assume that's somebody that does something with scrolls in these rooms, has been plucked from her peaceful life and sold to the lowest of the imperial court, now merely a maid. Mundane life if she hides her extensive knowledge of medicine in order to avoid unwanted attention. Not long after the arrival of that one girl, the emperor's infant child inexplicably begins to grave symptoms on it. Oh, and then she's got to come out and be a little thingy. Lady in waiting for the emperor's favorite concubine. Okay, so she's gonna get raped story. I understand, Heath, you'll love these ones. I describe it as like a mystery of the week show with overarching secrets set in ancient Chinese empire. I guess that sounds interesting. Ranked 18th right now. So you just gotta go to the top and see which ones you don't recognize and then be like, oh, they're currently airing. Like Hunter x Hunter, currently airing. Where did they say it was? 15th. I wonder what the fuck Fruits Baskets is about, huh? That's just something you hear about all the time. Hey, there it is. I wouldn't have even recognized it, huh? I would have just assumed that's a movie. Oh my god, the final season is all the way up here? What the fuck's up with that? Monster. Remember Monster? What came out first? Monster or 20th Century Boys? This is not the manga. Though we can get to the manga by going down to adaptations. Monster manga. Monster manga? Oh my god, it's older than I thought it was. 1994. That's as old as your mother, chat. My goodness. Now, where do we click on the stupid idiot's name? Manga is an author by this USer prick, and we're supposed to respect him as somebody who did something good. Now, fuck anime. We hate anime. Where's the manga? 20th Century Squitswoid Man. Oh, it's newer, so I can't even justify just doing 20th Century Boys instead. Because Monster's older. 20th Century Boys. This is about some crazy mystery shit, right? A 20th century, people all over the world are the world changes. It's not changing for the better. There's a convenience store manager and he's trying to get by when he learns that his old friend's guy by the name Donkey is. Yeah, it's some weird shit. But it seems cool. Anyway, we'll get to Monster eventually too, I promise. It's crazy though. I think Free Ren has permanently kicked FMA out of first place. I can't see it going down. What do people like about it? Is there big drama in Free Ren? Does it actually have like a story? Because the way Nate like explained it was like, oh, it's kind of like a we're just traveling around doing things show. Maybe that's what the people like now, or am I just misinformed? Free Ren. So is this based off a manga? Yeah, there is a shitty fucking manga. That means no watching the anime, chat. Gotta read the manga. This is why we need anime originals, so I don't have to feel bad about watching them. That would be funny, though. Just some fucking new shit gets rid of Full Metal Alchemist. First fucking season in. Oh, the laptop is going flat. I was like, fuck, this stream is going forever. I feel like I don't got nothing else to say. We still got like 4% until we actually have to freak out. I had like 3 or 4 days off, chat, but this is the last day, and then I gotta go to work tomorrow for 3 days in a row, and I don't want to. That's so sad. Though I do get 3 days off after my 3 days on. So I should be enjoying this shit while it lasts. This fucking Devilman video is going to come out this week. I kind of wanted to get it out before I went back to work. I'm pretty sure I said that shit. But I don't know. That was always unreasonable. But it's like, I just got to edit the script a little bit, record it, audio edit, and then video edit. And usually what ends up happening is I do, like, 60% of the video editing on the last day. Because I'm like, oh, let's just get this fucking shit out. Hopefully that last day is before the end of the week. You're working tomorrow. I am, Heath. I am. But I am doing a closing shift, so you don't have to worry about me getting some sleep. Though even if I was getting up at like 6 a.m., this ain't that late. As long as you're in bed by like 12 o'clock, you'll be fine. But yeah, time is going fast again. So that's crazy. Oh, do you get double pay? Yeah, tomorrow I'm pretty sure. Especially because one of my hours will be post 6 p.m. So I'll probably make like $50 or $60. It's not double pay. It's like, I don't remember what it is. It's not double. It's not like I'm getting paid fucking $60 an hour tomorrow. But it should be good. Easter Monday, huh? So this fucking idiot dies on Friday. Saturday, Sunday. Why is Sunday Easter? Does he die early on Friday morning so that Sunday is technically the third day? Or is Monday the third day? In that case, why is Monday not the important one when Sunday's the important one? But also Friday is the most important one? Fuck Jesus. You know what I'm saying, chat? Who gives a fuck about Jesus? Not me. But I guess he's going to pay me extra tomorrow, so that's pretty cool. Who should I use? Should I use Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee or Machamp here? I'm pretty sure Machamp is almost certainly better, but then I have to get the hack thing out to level him up so he evolves into fucking Machamp from Machoke, and I don't really want to do that. Sorry, Kyle, I will have to make an early departure and end up doing the episode 1 thing, tweet about it or something. Bye. I'm sure I will, CeeLo Pilled, but we're all getting out of here soon, so don't feel so bad. But anyway, I got a few things finishing up that should give me some more free time. We're going to watch Spotlight. What a movie. Actually, I have no idea if it's what a movie yet. I haven't watched it. But yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here, hey? We got some fucking things to do. Harvest Moon is going to be fun, okay? I'm promising. I was playing a bunch of weird little random games on the NES fucking thing, like playing them for like 30 seconds and then being like, well, this sucks, and then clicking off. Like, I think I played Wild Arms. I played a game called Fire and Ice. I played like some car one. It was weird. Old video games. And then I was like, if one's fun, I'll like play it more. But video games are never fun. But Harvest Moon looks kind of fun, so we'll see about that. But anyway, kiss, get out of here, chat. Do something productive with your stupid lives. Because I finish only at 7 tomorrow, I could be back definitely in time to stream. But I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Anyway, get the fuck out of here. Check Twitter and I'll tell ya.